Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you happen to be new here, my name's Dave, and in this video today, I'm going to be covering a little bit about my Bricklink store. I'm going to share with you a new partnership that I ended up finding that is going to help expand the Bricklink inventory and options available to all of you. I'm also going to share my Philly Brickfest, I don't know what to call it. I'm going to call it a pick-a-brick. It was like a bag that I filled up from Andy's Brick Shop, sorting through his fun little bins. I'm going to be going through that a little bit and showing you a little bit about the awesome pieces that I was able to pick up. I think it was $15 for the bag. I could be wrong. It might have been $20, $15 or $20 for the bag. But I'm going to go through that. Hopefully, we can find some good, valuable pieces in there that we can get posted in the store to recoup that cost. Now, before I jump into things, though, I do want to ask if you would go ahead and click on that like button below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you can be aware of when all of our videos go live. And leave us a comment down below and let me know what you think of our Bricklink store. Let me know what you think of my new partnership, as well as how I did with my Pick-a-Brick Cup or whatever we want to call that. And I have another order. This one comes to us from our drop shipper again. It's been a while, or this is a new drop shipper. I'm not exactly sure. Everything is set up the same as the last one. However, this is the first order in store. So I don't know if maybe that last account got banned or something. I'm not exactly sure there. But we have an order for a Kai FS. And it is just the single item. $3.85. Drawer 1567. So let's go for a journey over here. 1567. Nice, easy order pull. Look at that. $3 order. A lot of people set up the minimums in their store, and I don't do it because, right? I mean, I might have missed out on this order if I'd had a $5 minimum order or something crazy. And so now, I just got to take it and get it slapped into this bag, throw a label on it, and I'm good to go. So thank you very much, Dropshipper, for your order. And more specifically, thank you to Jennifer from New York for actually, ordering this through the Dropshipper. And we have a larger order here. This order comes to us from, I think it's Steve? Yeah, Steve in Montana. No, Missouri. Steve in Missouri. So Steve in Missouri has ordered 240 items across 67 different lots, total of $30.87. I ended up going with a new format here to print this, and I actually kind of like it. It's 4 pages per sheet. I think it's still large enough to read. Allows me to condense it so I can get even these large orders down to 2 pages. I'm going to go ahead and start pulling this. It probably won't end up going out in today's mail just because of the time today, and I don't know how much time I will have prior to the end of the mailing day to get this done. But at a minimum, it'll go out tomorrow. All right, now without further ado, let's go ahead and get into what my new partnership is. This has a little bit to do with my buddy Scott. So Scott has been quite the entrepreneur recently. You may have seen in some recent videos, we've been talking a little bit about investing, and he's been making some moves in the investment side of things. He's also going to be joining me as a partner in Bricklink with my used parts. So Scott is over here. He has a bin of Technic parts that are all used out of some of my bulk brick. And he is going through and sorting and organizing those. What we are going to do for Scott is I have a couple extra stack-ons that are not currently a part of the wall. What we're going to do is clear out a little spot over here, kind of like I've been talking for my used part expansion. And specifically, the drawers that Scott ends up adding his parts to, we are going to label with an S. That way, it stands for Scott, yeah. And so as he pulls pieces, what I've agreed to do with him is share in the profits or revenue as it comes in for the parts that he picks. So in this case here, right, if Scott pulls these, and I don't know what length these are, but they're long Technic arms, if those end up coming in at 10 or 12 cents a piece, that would be something that Scott and I would share. I would get 10 cents, Scott would get 10 cents. And Scott's pretty excited. I'm excited for him to learn a little bit more about the Bricklink stuff, and a great way for him to be able to take his time turn it into money at such a young age so that he can continue his savings, his investment, and his successful financial future. You like the concept of being able to spend your time whenever you want to pull together pieces and then we get them in the store?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it fun going through Lego? Okay. So you've heard it here first. Scott is my first official Bricklink partner, and he is going to end up having some of his own drawers that he can put parts that he finds into. So stay on the lookout for those. I'm not sure if I can find a way to put that in there, but I will see what I can do to add Scott into the description on the Bricklink parts that Scott ends up sorting so that you guys can know specifically whether or not you are contributing to Scott's business. Okay, so now that I've shared a little bit about my partnership, I am going to dump out this bag that I got from Andy's Brick Shop during Philly Brick Fest 2021, and let's see what we have of value. Wow, this is a large pile of parts. You can't even see it all. It's technically spread out across the table, and I'm not going to go through each and every piece, but I figured we would take a point to kind of center in on a couple highlights. I do happen to have a lot of these large Ninjago fan blades, so a whole selection of those, probably at least 6 or more. Another key element is happen to find a horse. So an old style horse. This one is a little dirty. I might make a point to clean this one up a little bit. Keep in mind, the entire lot here was $15. We've got I'm assuming this is like a Hero Factory or something, but it's one of the crowns. We have a couple of the NBA, I'm assuming this is the backboard panel. Some larger old school kind of Technic tires. I've got a set of 4 here. There's probably a few more strewn about. We did find some little chrome spears and knives and things along those lines. I want to say at least half a dozen of these masonry brick. Have a whole slew of these older reddish brown. I think these are reddish brown. Actually, these might not be reddish brown. No, this is reddish brown. This is old brown or dark brown. I forget exactly what they call it. But got a whole slew of those, which I believe came from the Fort Legorado. This one here, I don't know if it has any value, but it was a massive printed disc. Really cool piece. Looks like it was probably a bank vault or maybe a sewer lid, something along those lines. Another large disc in pearl gold. I just thought this thing was in really good shape. Again, I have no idea on the value of some of these things. So, old buildable horse head. I got maybe about 4 or 6 of these Ninjago glass doors. I think it's a sticker, but it might be printed. It's almost hard to tell. Lots of the old dark gray. Old dark gray is something that I snatched up a bunch of things with. You can see here an old dark gray breastplate. We've got an old dark gray parrot. A lot of minifigure accessories. Did not skimp when I found those. So we've got I think they call them a tricorn hat. We've got a red hat with headphones. Did also find some minifigure accessories, or minifigure parts actually, like legs. We've got a firefighter chest plate, although no arms. I do also have a chrome lightsaber. Have a bunch of different minifigure heads. I believe these ones are from Ninjago, some of the skeletal guys. We've got things like satchels. We've got some monochrome white heads. This one I happen to find, I believe that's a Slytherin logo. A little bit rough in the upper right-hand corner, but I thought that was pretty cool. We've got a motorcycle chassis. Different staircase parts. I think I've got a few of these. It wasn't as many as I had hoped, though. You'll see I ended up picking up a whole slew of different ladders and jail doors. Fair amount of those, and I don't know the value on these ones either. I wasn't really looking up most of this stuff, but I just thought, you know what, these things are kind of unique. I don't have a ton of them in my store, so might as well go ahead and prioritize getting some of those. Some of them are old, some of them are new, but there's a massive pile. There was one really large, albeit the sticker's in rough shape, but this is I think it's an 8x16 tile. So it does have a little bit of scratch wear on it. It has this airborne sticker. The one sticker on the side over on this side is a little bit bent, but that's a really nice plate. I can always peel the stickers right off of there. We've got a Prisoner of Azkaban newspaper, some printed tiles, and I want to say I got about 4 of these, which are from the SpongeBob set. We did have an old knight torso in there as well. Whole slew of little metal goblets, or golden goblets. We've got a really cool dragon shield, as well as a torso, some Ninjago or ninja-type legs, an old minifigure head, and some kind of like an alien or, I don't know, maybe some kind of a skeletal demon head. Not many, but I did find a couple of the old panels with the castle stickers. Really excited about those. Sticking with the theme of printed pieces here, we have a big Octan, kind of worn out sign, a couple old treasure maps. We do have a couple Iron Golem parts, some kind of an old spaceship piece, a recycling vehicle. Can't forget those life rings, as well as a little, hard to see, but it is a little tiny Star Wars printed tile. I think it's like an R2-D2 button or something like that. We've got a Lord of the Rings torso. Old sheriff's window. Do have a chrome, kind of a sloped grill, as well as a chrome grill itself. I have a whole slew of different colors of shovels. We have a police officer hat, and I've got, I don't know, probably dozens of the little axes. I had a hard time not pulling those out as I was seeing them. Garbage cans in multiple colors, as well as barrels. Did also have a couple of flags that I believe are from some night sets, but I'm not exactly sure, as well as a basketball hoop. I thought I had 2 hoops, but I only see 1 in the pile. We do have some different greenery in here with some leaves and some carrots. Got a few different ones of those. Have an assortment here of a jousting pole. We've got a little chrome dagger, an old dark gray broadsword, a black breastplate. We've got a Samurai Warrior helmet, as well as a Star Wars Republic helmet, and some old dark gray chain. Honestly, there are just so many pieces here that I could keep going through this, and I will. I'm going to have to separate this and slowly add these parts to my store. Hopefully, in a future video, you'll be able to see a little bit about what kind of value I was able to pull out of here. But right now, I'm just giving you a quick pan over all the pieces that I found. You let me know in the comments below if you see something that stands out to you as a really rare item, or something that maybe you think is not Lego. That would be fantastic. Ooh, here we've got a little cow helm. Head, helm, one of the two. Just so many parts overall. So much stuff to look through, folks. I hope you enjoyed seeing my Bricklink haul from Andy's. I did verify it was $15 for the bag. I feel like that value has to be in there. Some of those pieces, I don't know that they'll be worth a lot, but there's at least a lot of them, especially those little log parts, definitely some of the minifigure accessories, and some minifigure components themselves. A couple key pieces I hope that will have a lot of value, kind of like that Star Wars Republic helmet, as well as the horse. So let me know in the comments below if you found something that you think was amazing value, so that I can make sure to get that in the store and make it available to everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!